Hey Saber fam, my second reveal for today is a very expensive piece and very well done overall. This is a the custom Saber shop MHS parts, mhsv1 of course, since it's a crossguard. A long time coming. Finally showing this off to you. Yeah, just get a feel for that. Just get a feel for that one. Yeah, it's immaculate. This is the Custom Saber Shop MHS parts. So there's this cross section, two emitters, emitter. I made this shroud. And you have the switch section, grip section, and pommel. So this was painted and etched by Dale Snyderham of Shadowcrest Design. Have our two bats on both emitter with additional etches on there. You have kind of like a crest similar to like a coat, like what Alucard wears. Wolf with a cross, more like bat wings and a cross. I wanted this to be Castlevania Symphony of the Night inspired, because I grew up with the game, loved it, still love it. It's a great game, and it's an all-around gem. There's Alucard. If you're not familiar with Alucard, that is Dracula's son. So we have a auxiliary switch here, main switch here. We have that nice crest with some additional details going on there. And on the bottom, we have crosses all along it. Black chrome powder coat on the grip, flat black for this, and a nice blood red on the rest of it. And this has a fixed chassis. A TCS 28mm WOW speaker, Proffieboard, 15-amp battery, kill switch.
Kill them all.
And then a recharge port on the back. I'm sure you've already seen the pogo pins. This is neopixel all around. Nice blade depth too. I think it's maybe a little under 2 inches. Very nice, right?
Anything else?
Don't you just love that staggered ignition? I know I do. Of course you got music. Had to have some Smash Bros on here.
I need someone to show me my place in all this.
Is this the one that... Yeah. I put Nova Star's Lonely Journey hum on this just because that is so awesome. So beautiful. I love that.
No time for small talk.
And of course, I had to have this on there. It's mandatory for this hilt. It's so loud it triggers false clashes.
What is your business here?
And my favorite. Well, can't even get it. See if this helps. Nope. Nope. Weird.
Always remember that the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing.
Light. Luke Skywalker.
Of course, you gotta have some Luke. That nice, lovely cyan flicker.
Lord Vader.
Nice pulsing right with the Vader. I think one thing I'll do with this whenever I have time is make this localized lockup.
What is thy
That'd be
bidding,
nice.
my master?
Kind of a delayed ignition there. Yeah, this one's having issues. Yeah. This is with the matte mod.
Vengeance.
I've noticed certain fonts, blade styles have issues with it. Flame seems good. I love Proffi's Flame so much more than Plector's. No offense to Plector. Good shit, but
Vengeance.
through the rain sizzle's just fine. See if we can get that rain sizzle in the camera. There we go. It's about the only way you can get somewhat of an idea of what it looks like in person.
Team C. Kill them all.
Then back to Kylo. Oh, what a lovely freaking saber. This was definitely a child of labor and love. To some extent. It really wasn't too bad of an install, but you know, getting the fixed chassis just right, it's a little different using MHS parts, but it works out well if you do it correctly. those accent swings? Yeah, that's part of the map mod. I really like it. It's super cool. But it's still got some ways to come, which is fine by me. I'm more than happy to wait for something as cool as that. Anything I want to go over in this? I noticed some of the powder coating on this was a little shoddy here and there. There's a lot of dotting going on the grip section. You know, the red, it turned out great. Seems like any, I guess you would call it dotting. I guess you could. It seems like it's in a spot where it should be. But you'll see on here, it's not entirely flawless. Like up in this section, a lot of kind of skeptical parts going on there. I don't know. Either way, it all worked out in the end. I'm happy with it. I got this out of his hair, so whatever. Paid quite a bit for this to get done, honestly. But oh well, it's over now. He did a good job. I'm happy with it. And that's all that matters. Either way, it's a beautiful saber. Custom sabers like this, like full-on custom design, character designs, it's pretty hard to sell, you know, something of this. You know, if it's like an OT design, I mean, I never plan on selling this. This will be with me for a long time. I wanted a crossguard that was, you know, small. It wasn't a big, huge, hulking mass. Like, let's just say a Black Series Kylo. Huge. Or even bigger, an Ultra Saber's crossguard. Massive. Bought one once for my birthday, probably a year or two ago. And you gotta be a big sucker to wield those. I mean, this isn't bad. You know, I can get my hand around it. I can two-hand it, and I take it pretty much the whole thing. I can lock my finger up here for additional support. You know, it's, I'm not a big guy neither. The Ultra Saber's crossguards are massive. Everything they do is massive. Got asked not long ago. You know, I took my Vader's Vault revanchist somewhere, and a guy was, I could tell he caught the fever a little bit for a new saber. And he showed me a picture of the Ultra Saber's butcher. Like, no. No. If you're gonna go for anything, go for a Saber Forge. Period. If you can't get a Vader's Vault is the top of the line for sure. I mean, I think the reason I'm bringing them up is because I would love to have their Vanquish crossguard. You know, that sucker looks sick. A Vanquish Elite. Oh man, those gold accents. Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, let's see. Is there anything else to go over on this saber? Not really. I think that's about it. Well, hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, may the Force be with you always.